Hello and welcome to another Driven YouTube yoga practice. My name is Beth. Glad you're joining me today. Today's practice is a gratitude practice. I love adding a gratitude component that helps me not only on the mat but off the mat as well. So it will be a regular yoga practice with stretching and strength building and a little bit of cardio in there. But with each movement, with each breath, try to find gratitude for the poses that are going well, and even for the poses that are not going so well. Learning how to be grateful for anything that comes our way. The research says that it makes our lives more fuller, just more joyful overall, when we can focus on what we're grateful for. So I'm glad you're joining me today for that reason, but also because yoga is just a great thing for you to do every day. So good for you for showing up. Let's get started. We'll start in a simple seated posture. You can sit any way that's comfortable for you. Bring your hands on. I always like to settle in first before I start my practice. But especially today with that gratitude, we'll add that to this opening sequence. So sitting on your mat, and just noticing any adjustments that you need to make to be comfortable. Make those adjustments. Nothing should be hurting here. So if anything is uncomfortable, you can, grab pillows or things to prop your legs up or sit on something. This is your time, so make it work for you. And then settle in. Close your eyes if that feels right for you, or you can gaze down. And the purpose of that is to erase the distraction. You really want to be able to focus, not looking around the room, looking inward. Noticing your body on the mat. Know that you're sitting on the mat, and that sounds so obvious. But there are days when I do a yoga practice and my mind is in so many other places. So really dialing down into the fact that you're sitting, breathing, body is working. Noticing if there's any tension in your body. Finding gratitude for your body that's each position. Able to sit, grateful. Being able to hold our explore all the parts of your body. Find out how or why you can be. And then also the other component of gratitude is noticing how it makes you feel to be. It sounds simple. So often we go through life trying to get through it. If you're starting to wonder when we're hear you, don't worry, we're going to move. Take a couple more breaths. Find gratitude. And maybe it's not a gratitude about the practice or about your body. Maybe there's something in your life that you're grateful for today. It could be insignificant. Open your heart to it. turn your head from nice and slowly, looking over to the left. Right, you can do this with your eyes closed. And we'll just do it a few more times, but notice if you're able to move with the breath. So inhale to one side and then exhaling to the other. And a lot of times we coordinate breath with movement to help us stay focused. So you have to think about that as you're doing it. So it's a good way to help us stay present. Bring the head to center, and then let the head fall back. Bye. And as you exhale, chin to the chest. Oh, some tight spots there. I don't know about you, but I need this. So nice and slowly, a couple of times, forward and back. Inhaling as the head. Exhale, falls forward. One more time. Then bring the head to center. So just really simple movements that are so healthy though for this. Let's continue with child's pose. Child's pose is a real position of gratitude, right? Surrendering down to what is present in our lives. This time in child's pose, separate your knees, bring your toes together, separate your knees, walk your hands forward. Bowing all the way down, bring your forehead to the mat. Spread your fingers nice and wide. And you can add a little head roll here to massage your forehead. And just settling in here, humbled by all the things you have in your life. And some of you may be thinking, hey, you know, these are difficult days. Life is not so great right now. Hey, I get it. But it's especially interesting to try to find gratitude during times where there's always something there to be grateful for, even if it's simple as this breath that you're breathing in. All right. When you're ready, come up into hero's pose. So sitting on your heels, shoulders are over the heels, back is straight, belly is pulling in. We're going to bring our hands to our thighs. But if you want to take it up a notch, you can tuck your toes and sit on your heels that way. That's a big stretch for the soles of your feet, also for the toes themselves. So if you can do that, add that to your hero's pose. And if that's too much, go back to flat feet. So your choice there. Bring your hands to your thighs. Inhaling. And as you inhale, feel your whole container fill up with your breath, your oxygen that's going to nourish your body. And then as you exhale, releasing, cleansing, pulling the belly in to press out every last bit of toxin, which is what's happening when we're exhaling, right? We're releasing toxins. Inhaling to nourish. And exhale to cleanse. And then bring your hands forward into tabletop. Let's continue to work through the spine. A couple of cats and cows just to get us started. I like to add these to every practice. Sit a lot, and a lot of us do. This really helps to open up the vertebrae, front and back. One more time. And then from here, we'll move into Sphinx pose. So bring your forearms all the way down to the mat, and then straighten your legs back behind you, bringing your hips. So take a moment here to get comfortable. You can move around a little bit. Sometimes it's nice to just add a little movement, but check your alignment. Your elbows are under your shoulders. Arms are parallel with each other, kind of like a railroad track. Spread your fingers nice and wide, and then press your shoulders back. You feel that nice, gentle back bend, right? We can do back bends without going crazy with like a rainbow pose or anything like that. Head is in line with the spine, so just easing off the top of your mat a little bit, and then relax your hips, okay? Relax your feet and your legs, just relax back there. This is all about bending through the spine, pressing the shoulders, opening up your heart. Thinking of something else in your life that you're grateful for. And it could be a big thing, healthy family, or it could be something insignificant rather. Like there was enough coffee this morning to make one more cup. Recognizing those things in your life going well, everything. One more breath here. Then we're going to make our way up into mountain pose through a series of transitions. So bring your hands to your chest, tuck your toes, help yourself right up into down dog. And just pedal it out here. Relax the neck. Let the weight of your head kind of pull on the top of your spine to create a little bit more space there. Moving your body. I like down dog because it's an opportunity to move, it's an opportunity to be inverted, and it's an opportunity also to be still. So we can do all three things in down dog. One practice. Grateful that we can hold this pose, however you're holding it. Grateful that you can do that today. And then hop forward or walk forward. Coming into your forward bend, releasing your belly over your lap and just letting your arms fall, backs of your hands. If you can reach this far down, just bring the backs of your hands to the mat on either side of your feet. If your hands don't reach the mat, that's okay, just hang. Relax the shoulders, relax the arms and the head. You might even feel the blood kind of rushing into the head. It's a kind of an interesting sensation. And then drop your hips, bend your knees. And bring your arms forward here, reaching forward. So tailbone is going back. Fingertips are reaching forward, gaze is down at your mat. Feel those legs start to warm up. Maybe even they're trembling a little bit. Be mindful of your knees though. If this hurts your knees, then you can lift up a little bit higher. And then release your hands down towards your mat. Straighten your knees and come all the way up. Reaching up high, interlace your fingers, index fingers pointing up. Press the sides of your arms into your head, so you're cradling your head in between. And keeping your hips exactly where they are, just draw some circles in the air with your fingers. So you're just moving through your waist, hips are not moving. These are little circles, keeping the belly pulled in, little subtle movement in the spine, and then a couple times in the opposite direction. And separate your hands, float your arms down. Inhale, bring your arms up again. And then exhale, standing twist to one side. So I'm twisting to the left, bringing my arms out parallel with the floor. And then bringing the arms up again. And then twisting to the right. Smile, bring the arms up. On the other side, reaching, not just bringing your hands here, your arms here, but really reaching out in opposite directions. Arms up, and other side. Let's move into a vinyasa. Inhale up, and exhale, forward fold.
Inhale halfway. And exhale, fold. Step your left foot back. And then your right foot back into plank. A strong posture here. Shift your weight forward and back. Move through your feet. And remember, you can always bring your knees to the mat if you like. Shift your weight forward. Bend your elbows in, lower your chest. Up into cobra, shine that heart forward. Gratitude for a spine that bends, for arms that are strong to hold you up in this pose. Tuck the toes, down dog. Pedal it out. Lift your left leg up. Stretch it back. And then shift your weight forward. We're going to come into lizard. So shift your weight forward and bring that left foot to the top left corner of your mat. So you have lots of choices here, yogis. You can stay right here, flat back, head in line with the spine, right heel pushing back. You can let the left knee fall out to the left, coming onto the outside edge of that left foot. That's a nice stretch for the groin, so you can add that if you like. That knee straight up. You can drop the knee. That's a little kinder pose, so try that. Or you can go into a deeper stretch. Try bringing the right forearm to the mat. See how that feels. If that feels good and you want to hold there, you can hold there. But you can also bring your left forearm to the mat. So different ways, not to over get to the portion of the pose where you can just really enjoy it and relax. It's all good. Take 2 breaths here. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. Exhale, having gratitude for our legs. They are so important, right? That's like an understatement. Our lives would be so different if our legs didn't work. Grateful that I can be in lizard pose with all. And then slowly shift that left leg back into down dog. Pedaling it out. Pausing in down dog with feet apart, the width of the mat. Push those hips back. Maybe the head is coming closer to the mat. Let the head hang. And then bring your feet back to hip distance apart. Bend the knees, hop forward or walk forward. Back into your forward bend, all the way in. Give yourself a hug around your thighs. Say, thank you, thighs. Let the head hang. Release the arms back down. Inhale and come halfway up, flat back. And exhale, fold all the way. Inhale, reverse swan dive, bend those knees and come all the way. And float the arms down. Inhale. Open mouth, exhale. Inhale, bring your arms up overhead. Interlace your fingers, index fingers pointing up, tighten your glutes, keep your hips exactly where they are, little circles in the air. So just moving through the spine and the waist, nothing else is moving below your waist. A couple times in the opposite direction. Squeeze those arms into the side of your head. Pause in the middle, and exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway, and exhale, fold. Drop your hips, and bring your arms forward. Maybe this time around your hips are a little lower, or maybe they're higher. Maybe you need to go higher this time. It's all great. Do the pose in the way that your body is happy and not saying, ow, ow, ow. That's not yoga if you're going ow, ow. And slowly straighten your knees all the way up. And come back into your forward bend. Inhale halfway. And exhale, fold. Step the right foot back into plank. Well, followed by the left foot. You need both feet for plank. Holding here, nice strong posture. Squeeze everything you've got. Push that mat away from you. Keep your head strong, your neck strong. Shift forward and back a couple of times. That's good for your feet, good for your toes. Then shift forward. Bend your knees, bring them to the mat if you want to go a little bit more gently. Bend your elbows in towards your ribs, lower down. And cobra. Opening up the heart here. Breathing in gratitude. Tuck your toes. Down dog. Move your body. You can even turn your head from side to side a little bit. Find your favorite down dog. So now looking at your knees and your toes in down dog, trying to press those heels down. I remember when I had foot surgery and I in bed for a week and had a boot for a couple months. Never realized how important my toes were. A lot of times it's when we lose something when we realize how much we appreciate them. So appreciate them now and appreciate those toes now. And raise that right leg up, nice and tall. And bring that leg forward to the right corner of the mat, lizard on the right side. So again, lots of choices. Set it up in the way that's good for you. You can drop the knee. You can drop the other knee. You can do both knees. You can stay right here. You can come onto your forearms, lots of options. So set up the pose. We'll be here for a couple of breaths. However you set it up is what's right for you. Trust yourself and trust that your body will help you choose the best version of it. Bring your attention to the part of the body that is feeling this pose the most. Send your breath there. People say to me, what do you mean when you say send your breath there? That's a good question. You can't really do that, but it is a visual. Mind is so strong. We let our mind do the work on the breath. All right, let's come out of this. So tuck your toes back into down dog. Pedal it out. Pausing here in your down dog. Push back, push those hips back, get a nice stretch through the hamstrings. And knees to the mat. And hero's pose again. We're just going to shake out the wrists a little bit because we still have some more down dog work to do. So shake out those wrists, open and close your fists a couple of times. You can extend your arm out and pull your fingers back towards you, which is essentially what the down dog pose was doing, not to that extreme. But then do the opposite. Pull the fingers down and under. Feel that nice stretch in the wrist. Same thing, other side. Pull those fingers. This you can do not even as part of a yoga practice. If you're on a keyboard all day, that's nice to do. All right, let's come back into our down dog. Did you know that down dog is my favorite pose? Seems a little obvious today. All right, so from down dog, lift your left leg up. We're going to come into a low lunge. So from here, come up onto the ball of the right foot, gives you a little bit more height, and then bring that left foot forward. Drop the right knee, flatten the right foot, and rest your chest on your thigh. And then bring your arms forward. So stretching forward, reaching forward. Feel it coming from, even from your hips, you can feel this stretch if you're really stretching. And then release your hands down to the mat. Bring your right hand to the mat right next to your left foot. And then bring that left arm back and up towards the ceiling. Look up. I apologize that my back is to you. For a minute. And let's make circles with that left arm. Getting some nice rotation through the shoulder and being mindful of how this feels at every part of the circle. If it hurts, maybe make the circle a little smaller, or maybe you don't do the circle. One more time around. Maybe the arm is getting tired. Mine is. And bring that left hand to the mat. Steady yourself here. And bring your arms up into cactus pose. Spread those fingers nice and wide. Elbows are high. You can stay right here if you like. Or if you want, you can open up your chest by bringing your elbows back behind you. Shine your heart up. Let your head fall back. Swaying in the body. Wow, I feel like I'm going to fall over. That's okay. That's all part of it. Be okay with it. That's your brain is working, keeping you up. Grateful for that, that's for sure. Bring the arms all the way up. And exhale, fold. Come back into down dog. And pedal and move. Breathe. Enjoy. Be joyful. Be grateful. All right, same thing other side. Right leg up. Reach up high. And then come up on the ball of the left foot. Gives you a little bit more height. And then come forward. Drop that knee. Rest the torso on that right side. And then bring the arms forward. Reaching as far as you can. Spread those fingers and reach. Head is in line with your arms. Gazing down at your mat. Just noticing. Breathing. And then release your arms down. Left hand stays on the mat now. And then the right arm comes back and all the way up. You can stay here. If you're staying here, though, lift up. Don't kind of sink in, but lift up high. Use that left hand to help. Or you can add a rotation. Nice big circle here. Keeping the gaze up. Nice and slow. Don't rush through this. Notice every part of the circle, how the sensations in the arm change as you change the direction of the arm. Notice how quickly the fatigue sets in. My arm is tired. One more. All right. I think that was two more. It's okay. Bring the hand to the mat. Steady yourself here. And then back into cactus on this side. You can drop your hips a little bit if you want a nice deeper stretch through the groin. Spread those fingers. Keep those elbows high. Stay right here. Or on your next inhale, bring those elbows down. Squeeze them together as you lift up. Little gentle back bend here. Let the head fall. Breathe. Grateful for your brain. Oh my gosh. Brain holding us upright. Bring your arms up overhead. Release your hand down to the mat. Step back into down dog. And pedal it out. All right, from here, let's come into plank. This is our last plank, I promise. And just to help build a little strength, squeeze everything you've got, glutes, belly, thighs. We'll add some toe taps to this. So left toe comes out to the left off your mat, and then bring it back. Same thing, right toe out and back. 3 more on each side. Trying to not move the body so much. Movement is coming out from your hip. So everything else is pretty still. This is the last set. All right, we did it. Child's pose. Oh my goodness, yes. Reach those hands forward. Relax the elbows on the mat to start. Roll through your wrists. They get a little tight. Forehead to the mat. And a couple of nice deep breaths. If child's pose is not your pose, you can lie flat on your mat. Still a nice way to just relax and let go. You can stack your hands, bring your forehead to your top hand. So you always have options, and you always have the opportunity to make any pose a better pose for you. And when you're ready, whatever pose you're in right now, come up into tabletop. And we'll just draw some circles in the air, moving our whole body in tabletop. So kind of shift forward, and then come around to the side, shift back, and go to the other side. So just notice where you feel this, in the hips, in the belly, in the knees, thighs. There's a lot of movement happening here, even noticing in the wrists, right? As the weight shifts forward and back, and then a few times in the opposite direction. Pausing in the center, cross on your ankles, shift your weight over. We'll set up for Shavasana. Stay with me here. I challenge you to stay with the practice until the very end. A lot of people skip their Shavasana, and oh, it's such a shame because it's really, I think, one of the most important parts of your practice. It's all important, but we don't have a lot of opportunity in the day to just pause and rest, which our bodies really need, especially during times of stress. So help yourself up into your favorite, I should say down. Help yourself down into your favorite Shavasana pose. Take a deep breath in, and then open your mouth and exhale it out. Letting your whole body relax. Acknowledging the times that we can. If you have to kind of force it with a Shavasana. I'm grateful for every Shavasana I've ever had. Feel the breath moving in and out of the body, doing its work. We breathe all day long, and most of the time we don't even notice. Grateful that I'm and roll over and come on up as we close our practice. Gosh, I could just stay there for another 20 minutes. That would be great, right? But you can stay there. But if you'd like to close the practice with me, come on.
so grateful that we get to spend this time together. Someday it will be in person, but until then, I'm glad that we were able to disconnect via YouTube. I'm grateful for YouTube and to everyone in our Driven. Bring your hands to heart center. The light in me salutes the light. Oh, I always feel so good after gratitude practice. I hope you do too. I'm so glad we could be together. Make sure you check out all the Driven YouTube videos. They are awesome. We have awesome people on staff. So keep watching them. I hope to see you next week. Stay healthy, and I'll see you next time.